Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber and today we are learning Ironic by Alanis Morissette. A super catchy song from the 90s and really addictive to play once you get it under your fingers, so you have been warned. Now I am a huge Alanis Morissette fan, so it is strange that it has taken me this long to teach this song on my channel. Now, how ironic is that? Without further ado, make sure you have your guitar ready and let's get into the lesson today. So the first thing you're going to want to make sure is that your guitar is in standard tuning and that you have your capo on the 4th fret. So here's our nut, fret 1, 2, 3, fret number 4. And this is just going to ensure that when you play along with the original song, you will be in the same key as the original. So we're going to take a look at the intro of the song first. So the intro, we have 2 chords. Our C major 7 chord is first, and the way we're going to be playing the C major 7 is your 1st and 2nd finger will be playing in the 2nd and 3rd frets on the D and the A string, and then our 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the high E string, and we're going to strum from the A string down. Okay. The next chord we need is a D6, and all we're going to do is take this shape, our C major 7 shape, and we're going to scooch it up 2 frets. Okay, so we're playing in the 4th and the 5th fret relative to our capo. Okay. So just get comfortable transitioning back and forth with that shape up and down the neck of your guitar. So C major 7, D6, and back to C major 7, and to the D6. Such beautiful chords, really setting the tone for the song. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is add our strumming pattern. So this is a syncopated 16th note pattern, and it's going to be used throughout the song. So once you have mastered this pattern, you are going to be golden for the rest of the song. And it's going to sound like this. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Much more complicated to count out. So honestly, I would feel more comfortable if you just lean into the feel and just kind of say out those downs and ups. Down, up, down, 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 up. So this is how it's going to sound, starting on that C major 7. Down, up, down, 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 up. We're going to change to the next chord. Down, up, down, 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 up. Okay, and then what happens in our intro is we are going to be playing a little picking part that comes in right at the very end, okay? We have a C major 7, our D6, we slide back to C major 7, and then we're going to do a little picking part. Okay, so it actually is going to be quite a nice way to move into the picking part, because remember we're on our C major 7, and then we're going to be right there where we need to be with our ring finger, and we're going to pick out the B and the E string together. I just think that sounds quite cool playing them at the same time. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, and then we're going to have our 3rd finger, 3rd fret B, open G. Okay, so the whole intro is going to sound like this. Hey, yay, 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 yay. And that's going to lead us into our first verse. And just one thing to mention here, this chord sequence that we've just been playing, our C major 7 to our D6, is also the chord sequence used in the bridge of the song as well as the outro. So you've already learned those sections just by watching this portion of the lesson. So we're going to get right into looking at the verse of the song. We have 3 chords here, And the first chord we need is a D over F sharp. Now the way I like to play this chord is a regular D major, and I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to place it into the second fret on that low E string. Now the note that I'm squeezing down here is called F sharp, which is why this is a D over F sharp chord. From here we have a G major chord. We change back to that D over F sharp, and then we transition to an E minor chord. Okay, now if that D over F sharp is really giving you grief and you're not managing, you can play a regular D chord. It's totally fine. You're just going to lack that walking bass line that you hear in the song. Okay, but it's not the end of the world. Just do what is comfortable for you. Okay, so back to the chord sequence, we have that D over F sharp to our G. We have D over F sharp again to E minor. Okay, now the star, which is next to each of those chords, means we have to play one down strum on each of the chords. Okay, this is for the first verse, just by the way. And we're also going to be doing one strum in the third verse. So first verse, third verse. We're going to be playing with one down strum on each chord. And the counts are a little bit strange. We're not going to be holding each chord for the same amount of time. We're going to be strumming the D over F sharp on beat 1. We then change to the G on the and of 2. Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So to take a look, this is how it's going to sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. D, G, D, E minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. Also notice that I am playing mostly on my lower bass strings. I really want to bring out that bass line. Okay, so really just focusing on the E, A, and D string, really. Okay, so really try and get that feeling and that sound. And of course, this only applies if you're playing a D over F sharp. If you're playing a regular D, then you're gonna have to stick to those higher sounding strings. Now, one more thing that we can add to really bring the song closer to sounding like the original, because just a heads up, the original is played in a more finger-picking style, but I like to play this in a strumming style because it suits just the way I like to play guitar, and it's less complicated, less messy. So what we're going to be doing is just to add a little flick on the strings, an up strum flick on the strings when we play the D over F sharp. So again, we keep the essence of what we've just been looking at. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the flick is going to come in between. Okay, 1. And I'm flicking the high strings. I'm really going for the high E string, the B string, and the G. Okay, so it's low strings, high strings, low strings. Bass strings, treble strings, bass strings. Okay, so it's really giving some nice voicing in this verse. So really spend some time now just working through that and getting the hang of jumping back and forth between the bass and the treble. Now, while we are at it and we have those verse chords up on the screen, let's go and take a look at how we're going to be playing verse number 2. So the chords are going to stay exactly the same. We have the D over F sharp to the G, D over F sharp to the E minor. Okay, but we have those chords now, instead of little stars indicating the one strum, we have those chords in between brackets. This means we're going to be having a strumming pattern, and we're going to be splitting the strumming pattern in half so that the chords are going to share the pattern. Now, we learned the strumming pattern already in the beginning of the lesson when we were looking at the intro. So just a quick reminder, down, up, down, down, up. Okay. Now in the intro, each chord had that entire pattern to itself. But in the verse, in verse number 2, that strumming pattern has to be split and shared over 2 chords. Okay, now I've highlighted it up on the screen where that is going to happen. The D over F sharp is going to get the first 3 strums, down, up. Then the G gets the rest of it, down, up, down, up. Okay, so in total it's going to sound like this. We change back to the D over F sharp, to the E minor. Okay, so really get comfortable with those changes. D over F sharp, G, D to the E minor. Again, really making sure that when you are doing your down strums, you're focusing on your bass strings. And when you're doing the up strums, you're focusing on your treble strings. Okay, so you're really wanting to bring out those different low notes and high notes on those down and up strings. And now we're going to be looking at the chorus. Okay, so our chorus consists of just regular chords. We have D major, G, D, and E minor. Okay, so no D over F sharp, right? And again, we have the same thing where we have our chords contained between the brackets, which means we are splitting that strumming pattern in half. Now, the D, G, D, E minor, we repeat those chords in that sequence 3 times for 3 rounds. And then the last final line of chords in the chorus, we go to an F major chord, and I just play a regular F over C. You can play a bar chord, you can play an F major 7, doesn't really matter. We only have to play that F chord like once or twice in the whole song, so it's really not a big deal. From here we go to a C, and again you can see the F and the C are between those brackets, which means we share the pattern. And then we change to our D major. Now our D major is standing alone without any brackets. This means it's going to get the entire pattern to itself. Okay, so let's try the chorus in its entirety. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is how you play the main sections of Ironic. We've checked out the intro / bridge, we've looked at the verses, and we've checked out the chorus. So I really hope you enjoyed learning all the different sections. What we're going to be doing next is we're going to be putting it all together in a full playthrough coming up next. So have your guitar ready and I'll see you there. So everyone, it is play along time, which I'm very excited about, but just to make mention, this song is a little high for my singing, okay? Alanis Morissette is incredible. She has an enormous range vocally. Now for me, I find the song a lot easier to sing without a capo. So what we're gonna be doing for my play along is we're gonna be taking the capo off of the guitar completely. Now you can still use all the same chords, the same strumming pattern, everything that we have learned in the song, except we're just going to be playing in open position. So don't panic. Everything we've learned is still going to apply. We've just removed the capo, which means that the pitch is going to be a little lower so that I can sing along comfortably and not make your ears bleed, basically. So here we go. Let's get ready for a full playthrough. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's the free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures was to play it safe, was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's the free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Well, life is a funny way of sneaking up on you when you think everything's okay and everything's going right. And life is a funny way of helping you out when you think everything's gone wrong and everything blows up in your face. A traffic jam when you're already late, and no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. And isn't it ironic, don't you think? A little too ironic. And yeah, I really do think it's like rain on your wedding day. It's the free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. Life is a funny way of sneaking up on you. Life is a funny, funny way of helping you out. If you enjoyed learning this 90s classic with me, then you should go and check out the song tutorial I did for If It Makes You Happy by Sheryl Crow. It's flashed up on the screen right now, so go check it out. Another song from the same era, really fun to play on the guitar. And if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for jamming with me today, and I really can't wait to see you in another song tutorial very soon. Have a great day. Bye.